Okay, this is my attempt to change the transmission fluid of my 2008 Toyota 4Runner, and these are the things that I used. The cat is not included. Actually, they bother me as much as they can, but this is the fluid that is used, the WS Toyota. I had the Lexus brand, but of course it's the same. So those are the containers I used for the the fluid to be drained into, and the first thing that needs to be done is to locate the plug that is going to be the to fill the transmission with the fluid. And that's the one that you should attempt to open first, because if you can't, after you have drained the fluid, you're gonna be in trouble. So this is the first one, and since I didn't have enough fluid to do a couple of fills and drains, I just did one this time. But the next time I plan on doing a couple of them. But after I opened the filling plug, I attempted to open the drain plug, and for this I used a little tool that I bought with the magnet that you can see right there. It didn't work very well. It's supposed to get the plug, and it doesn't drop in the pan or in the beaker or whatever container you are using. But I couldn't find a position where it could function properly, and I will be using it in the other cars for the regular oil change, but for this purpose it's not really good. It was not useful for this time, so I just used the method that you normally use, of course with my gloves on. I don't want that fluid in my hands, and I was able to catch the plug, and it didn't fall in there. So the reason why I have two containers, and that one is to measure the amount of fluid that is coming out of the transmission, so that I can put the exact same amount in the transmission. Now this fluid is cold. The car was cold, so I didn't start it at all that day, and that is the fluid. It usually is from 2.5 to 3 quarts of fluid in this transmission. My engine is the V6. The model is SR5, 2008 Toyota 4Runner, and it was actually a little bit more than 3 quarts what I got out. This is not the whole fluid in the transmission system, but this is better than nothing, obviously. So it's been a while, so I wanted to change it. It was overdue. So the next time I will try to change the fluid a couple of times so that it comes out clean. But when I got it out, you can see that it was very dirty. It didn't look good at all. It was very dark and very, very dirty. So it was good that I changed it. This car has given me no problems at all. It deserves a transmission fluid change. And I wish I could do the filter too, but not this time. So I marked the level of fluid in there with the little sticker, so that I could empty this fluid, this dirty fluid, and then fill the beaker up with the clean fluid after I clean the thing, the container. So after I was done marking the level of fluid, I drained it into a gallon. It was one of those milk containers. I don't believe we come from monkeys, but those feet are handy at times. So that's the container with the fluid, and that is the beaker. Very clean, as clean as I could have it. So then I use one of those Harbor Freight pumps, and of course I then filled the container with the same amount of fluid that came out of the transmission. It took 3 quarts and a little bit more, and then after that I filled it up with a little bit more, so that it was just overfilling, so that I could then use the check plug that these transmissions have to see to let it drain until the level was the right one. But you'll see later how that is done. So I pumped everything that came out of the car, and a little bit more, a little bit extra. I've seen several methods to pump this fluid into the transmission. Again, this worked pretty good. This is a Harbor Freight pump. It's like less than $10. Very inexpensive. So that is the fuel plug on top. It has WS. That's the oil. That's the fluid that you have to use for these sealed Toyota transmissions. And after I was done, I just put the plug back in place. I was thinking about using a torque wrench, but after reading some experiences that some Toyota users, some Toyota owners have had, and where they have problems or tightening these plugs and causing a lot of different problems and things, I decided to just use common sense and tighten it until it felt right. Not too much, not too little, just right. I think there's a saying that I've seen, but you know what I mean. So I have my daughter helping me out, checking the temperature. Once you have the fluid in, you have to turn the car on, and once it's from 97 to 115 Fahrenheit, then you have to open that check plug, and you're gonna see a little stream of fluid coming down, and whenever there is almost dripping, then you have to close it, and you are done. So that is about right. So you're gonna see me putting the plug back in place and tighten it again using common sense. I had the torque wrench ready, but I don't know, the material of the plugs and the pan, it felt too weak, to be honest with you. I'm not used to see these kind of things in a Toyota, but it really didn't feel too solid. It's kind of like it felt a little, like delicate. So I was very careful with this procedure, and I just tightened it by hand, using common sense. So after that, you are done. It's been working great, and thanks for watching, and please subscribe to help this channel, to help me post more videos. Thank you.